These school children in Mexico are video conferencing over the internet with a teacher in Puerto Rico who is teaching them about mangrove trees in her country. They're all part of the Gulf of Mexico Foundation's Science and Spanish Club Network, a new multicultural approach to coastal environmental education in the Gulf and Caribbean.
And the students absolutely love the idea of being able to see somebody from hundreds, sometimes thousands of miles away, and to be able to sit down and talk about mangroves.
The idea for the clubs was born from an exchange between Texas and Mexican fourth graders in 1995. The Science and Spanish Club Network officially launched in 2000 with this school, Colegio Juvenal Rendon de Matamoros in Matamoros, Tamaulipas, and a middle school from Corpus Christi, Texas. Since then, the network has grown rapidly to 20 sites across Texas, Louisiana, and the U.S. Caribbean.
Lo que ahorita estamos haciendo es tomando una muestra del laguito, el agua del laguito. Hace años nos regalaron el kit, el Club de Ciencias, Corpus Christi, el señor González. Lo que descubrimos de la muestra de hace años a la de ahora es que está mucho más limpia el agua.
The Matamoros School to this day has a thriving and very active club that gets involved in local environmental work.
We've seen that our children had a great experience working with this project. We've seen how their vision has grown, how they're being aware of all the things that involve the ecosystem, and we think that this has made a big change on their lives. We're going to be looking to be working with the Gulf of Mexico Foundation to expand the clubs into the schools of Mexico.
All right, so talk to me about your picture.
A Spanish and Science Club functions as an extracurricular activity open to students in grades 4 through 12. A sponsored teacher organizes and promotes the club, and word of mouth usually helps it grow. The clubs use an informal education program that gets the students involved hands-on, both in the classroom and at local watershed ecosystems.
We are currently in a marsh restoration program, and we've teamed up with Goose Island State Park, and we are reclaiming 22 acres of an island that had been eroded away due to prevailing winds and hurricanes.
The Spanish Science Clubs are open to all students, but Spanish language and communication is emphasized. The next generation of Gulf leaders will have to know their science, of course, but also be communicators of that science within the greater Gulf community.
The language aspect is important. We learn both English and Spanish because those are common languages of the Gulf of Mexico.
What we're going to do today is the flowing of the water ceremony.
I represent the movement of water. That's my purpose.
The flowing of the waters activity has become a popular practical application exercise for clubs. Actual water samples from several rivers upstream are passed along chains of students to simulate a watershed flowing to the Gulf.
What happens is the students actually touch the water sample, so they feel attached to it. And by creating the chain, the human chain, to symbolize the togetherness, that we're all in this together.
It's very important at this particular age group to get these kids to understand the idea of conservation and stewardship. They're going to be the ones that are negotiating for water rights in our state when they're adults.
The Spanish and Science Club Network is striving to create that next generation of leaders in the greater Gulf of Mexico community. A question asked by a student at a recent club meeting has become a slogan for the group.
Sir, if we're the future leaders of tomorrow, then why can't we begin today? And this is coming from a sixth grader. I'm going like, oh my goodness, you're right. You're absolutely right. Why are we having to wait? You can't wait. You give them a challenge and they will take it.
Congratulations to the Gulf of Mexico Foundation Science and Spanish Club Network, Corpus Christi, Texas, and Colegio Juvenal Rendon de Matamoros, Tamaulipas, Mexico. First place winners of the 2009 Gulf Guardian Award in the Binational category.